Access Sportsnet. Lakers brought to you by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water. Chris McGee, Robert Ory, Derek Fisher. We got Brez and Mike Trudell down at the arena. The Lakers pick up the win over the Pelicans, and with the Warriors beating the Nuggets tonight on their second night of a back-to-back, the Lakers kind of slide back into that third spot as we've been following the Western Conference standings with just 5 games left. And the big three delivered tonight: Austin Reaves, LeBron James, and Luka-Doncic. 92 points combined, Rob.
You know, when you look at the way they shot the ball in the second half, because that first half was kind of scary. You know, you had Alvarado coming out doing his thing, but it's almost like they had to get smacked in the face. I think JJ said it better. Their defensive schemes weren't worth it. But, you know, sometimes when you play on a team like that that's, you know, resting all these star players, it's kind of hard to get the engine going. But I'm glad they got the engine going, and they went out and took care of business.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those games where it wasn't so much about anything technical or tactical. It was really more about bringing the right mindset and energy, which sometimes on a back-to-back night this late in the season, it's difficult to do. But they found it as the game went on. And you could tell they never felt threatened. And when the game got to a point where they needed to get the separation to go ahead and put them away, they essentially just decided to do it and pull away with the game.
Yeah, and the Lakers get the W. 5 games left. Let's go back downtown. Luka is with Mike Trudell.
All right, Luka, you had joked after the game last night you felt like you were shooting with your left hand, and you started like that in the first, but you certainly found it, all right? 7 for 9 in the second half. I'm sure that felt good to just see some go down that you're used to seeing.
Yeah, that was probably my worst quarter in my life, so I just knew that was a must-win game, so I need to get better at that, so we got to win. That's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure. Look, you've been well aware for many years about LeBron James and the greatness. You also mentioned that you had a lot of respect for Austin Reaves playing against him, but what have you seen from him lately? The efficiency, the scoring, the playmaking from Austin?
Everything. I mean, he's doing everything on the court. He's helping the whole team, so just happy that he's here. He's been doing that since I got here, basically, so I'm happy for him.
Only 5 games left now as you hit the road. Tough back-to-back, or at least 2 games in a row at OKC and then Dallas. Where do you guys need to get to on this trip?
Yeah, it's going to be 3 tough games, very tough games. So we just got to play with the same energy we play against Houston, and we have a chance.
Last one for you, Luka. Is there any part of the game that you focus on the most as you close this stretch now, trying to get into playoff position?
Win all games that you can. That's it. Win the game. That's it.
Keep it simple. Appreciate it, Luka.
Yeah.
All right, Luka-Doncic walking off there with Mike Trudell. Just win the game, and that's exactly what they did tonight to go to 47-30. Let's start with Luka, guys. And he finished with 35. He talked about being the worst quarter he's ever played. He was 0 for 7 in that first quarter. So if you look at his stats after that, he was 10 of 14, 33 more points, and 11 for 11 from the free throw line. 6 assists and 6 rebounds. So he had a great second, third, and fourth quarter.
Yeah, shooters keep shooting. You know, the one thing about Luka, we know he ain't gonna stop shooting. His confidence is out the roof, and his ability to get open shots and create his own shot is like no other. I know we was talking about and joking about his ability to slow down and get to the rack. And I think when you watched him go to the rack to get those layups, it kind of got him going. And we say it all the time as a player, as a shooters, we just want to see one go down and the confidence starts rolling. And when Luka's able to get to the rack like that, especially against a team riddled with injuries, like I said, he can manipulate the defense so well by getting to the rack and kicking it out. And then they got it going. And that's the best thing about him. He's able to get everybody going when he's not going.
And Austin Reaves' ability to move the scoreboard, it allows Luka to be able to, like, he got off to a slow start. I don't think he forced a lot of looks necessarily, even though he was struggling early, but then found his rhythm as the game went on. And, you know, you're playing against guys that are most likely G League players if the Pelicans are healthy. So there was just a point where you get enough reps against these players tonight. Most nights at this point in the season, you're playing the Pelicans, everybody's in. You played against C.J. McCollum a few times. You understand how to get him into certain spots, where to get your shot from, Trey Murphy III, how to play against him. All of a sudden, you come to a game, you've never played against these guys before.
Yeah.
No scouting report. So I think once he kind of settled into like, oh, I can get to this spot, get my shot easily. They don't really have anybody that can stop me from getting where I want to go. He just found his rhythm and started seeing the ball go in.
Let's focus on Austin now. Mike talked to Luka about just what he's been seeing from him. And, you know, Luka has been quick to praise Austin many times since he has joined this team. I think Austin's been over 30, 4 out of 5 games. And you look at the big three as they go for 92 points because LeBron added 27 on his 9 of 17 and 8 assists. Austin also had 7 assists. So between them, you know, you're talking 21 assists and 92 points. But AR, Rob, efficiency. I think that's the key, right? 8 of 13, the 6 of 9 from 3, the 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 7 assists, the steal, just all of it. Pretty impressive. And his catch and shoot game right now has been what's the most impressive thing lately.
Yeah, especially that. You know, I love the fact that he's.
We talked about it in the pregame show.
Yeah, I'm saying it again. I love the fact that he's getting up on the line, not trying to show how far back he can shoot the ball. He's taking great shots. You know, that's one of the things I always talk about, how players going to take good shots, bad shots, or great shots. You know, a couple of shots was bad shots, then it was good shots. But at this moment, lately, all his shots he have been taking been great. He's been taking the open three when he has it. He's been trying to create when he has that moment. And we always talk about his ability to get to that line because he's like a Luka in the sense where he's going in, he's going to get that call. He's going to get an and one opportunity, and he's so fantastic at using his body. And lately, you know, when he's playing with the ball on the perimeter, that's where he gets himself in trouble. But lately, he's been in straight attack mode, and that's why he's been scoring. Quick decisions. That's why he's been scoring on the spree he's been scoring. Yeah,
and Fish, here's a crazy stat for you. 7 30-point games since the All-Star break. He's had 10 this season at total, and his 15 threes in the last 2 games are a franchise record in a 2-game stretch. So just impressive ball he's playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, Austin, his ability to get downhill, to put pressure on defenses, to create his own shot, to make other guys better, that was before Luka Doncic arrived. And so when you think about Austin's ability to play offense now, he was pretty darn efficient before. His efficiency is going to continue to increase when you essentially have 2 of the best players in the game continuously creating 2 on the ball. So whenever Austin catches the ball or has the ball, most likely he's seeing either 3-on-3 or 4-on-3. And with his ability to make plays, it's going to be difficult to block him from having this level of efficiency as they move forward.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we talked in the beginning nationally or even here, you know, in LA, you know, what would happen to Austin with the addition of Luka? You know, would he have to come off the bench? Would he be able to get his with LeBron and Luka? And that has been answered time and time again. He's also the one guy that seems to be able to connect with that alley-oop to LeBron. Rob, we've been missing LeBron a lot, but AR finds him from half court, free throw line.
Goody tried, it didn't work. So AR's like, let me show you how to do it. We got the connection since the day I arrived. And, you know, think about AR. He keeps his head up.